Since 4-5 years ago. The time I saw him, why this old hack can run so fast? Okay, now I think we must have a lot of sharing. So I will like to give to CP. CP will do the interviewing. Yeah? So you stay tuned. Start to run.
So Watson is also one of my so-called role model. Role model in running. Yeah, not just because he able to run fast with Barefoot. It's because when you know him, and you know him as a person, then you know what I meant. So I won't go into deep into that. So Watson, what get you started for running Barefoot?
Good question. Good morning, everybody. Good
morning.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
I want to know how many newbies here can I show a hand?
I should be here.
I started running barefoot in the year 2000 when I was 40 years old. So can you imagine the age now? I started barefoot just by chance actually. I just like CG say, when we try to run, we put on shoe. One of the biggest problem I have is that I used to sweat a lot. So when I sweat a lot, I run, the shoe get heavy, and when the shoe get wet, what happens is that they cause a lot of movement between the shoe center and the feet and the toe. So as a result, I got a bit of injuries, blisters, toenail get torn off, things like that. So I have to bear with the situation where I don't have to wear shoe at the time to have the injuries to be recover. So, but because of the running is inside me, so I find it now not run, it means I have to walk. So I start to walk barefoot first. I think I walked barefoot for about a few months. And then especially I tried walking barefoot on the hill slope. Then I found that the sensation of the sole touch the ground is something which I don't experience before. So I found that, well, since I can walk on the slope, why not I try running barefoot, slowly first. So it took me a period of about 6 months to see how is it like before really I start to run barefoot. So it's just by chance, I would say. But also I saw some old people also walk barefoot. That's a reason that I'm old now. At the time I'm a bit young.
You don't see young people walk barefoot. So Watson, how do you feel when you first started barefoot, and do you think that barefoot is suitable for everyone?
When I started barefoot, of course I got a lot of negative sort of advice from friends and things like that. They say, "Wow, don't be a hero. Barefoot, you give it 6 months, you will land into a hospital." Even good friends, even very good old friends advised me. So I was hesitating at the time whether I'm doing the right thing or maybe I'm doing things is a bit too odd, too way out from the normal thing. So I also become hesitating whether it's good to be barefoot or not to be barefoot. But as time gradual, you build up your confidence. Like what CC says is right. You run, you tend to become sort of more confident, and you used to get to your posture that you want to run. And especially when I first run barefoot, I get back to my home, I take a cold bath. I find that the sole, the feeling of the sole is very sensational. Got a bit of tickling feelings and all this. This stimulates me to say that, wow, I like that feeling. I like to go barefoot. So that's one of the things that I found that running what I wanted. And then the other thing is that I don't have the problems of selecting the best pair of shoes that I want to buy and things like that. Take some money lah. And also that the injuries that I have problems like wet shoe, things like that, that becomes eliminated as a result of running barefoot. So there I found that the advantage that more and more I began to enjoy it more. The thing is that I want to emphasize that running barefoot in Malaysia, good condition is not easy. To find the good route to run is a bit difficult. You have to really look for it because most of the roads are a lot of hidden dangers. So don't be a hero. No, I have injuries quite a number of times. Even so, I say run barefoot. Don't actually have injuries. It's not true. Injuries does come in. Infection. I think a lot of people experience that running barefoot have pebbles. I think a lot experience that. I don't know. I saw some sort of a video put on the internet and YouTube, taking out the pebbles. How many experience that have pebbles into the sole?
Vì sao lại mồm mẹ?
So do you take it yourself or how do you manage to take it out? Or leave it there. So but fortunately I got my manager. Where's my manager? See her, you got problem. So pebbles sometimes can be annoying. It can be painful. Sometimes it can be infected. So I got worst injuries is running trail. Got to be very careful. That was during the Genting Trail Blazer. I accidentally hit on a horn or on a sharp sort of a stick, sticking on the ground. Then I take it out like very hero, take it out, and without realizing, actually you get infected, quite bad. It takes some time, but you recover. Yeah. So I have to be careful, especially when you run. After the run, let's say for example, you run in the condition which is a bit rough road. Careful not to walk too much on the wet ground. You can get infection with it. So try to keep dry. Keep it safe. And try to look at the roads that you run. You have to actually what do you call that? Give up the privilege of enjoying the scene too much. But one thing good about running barefoot is that you certainly had that problem of hitting into a hump or a ditch or things that you fall down. Because every time you run, you will be careful on the road surface that you will run. So certain had that problem that you get your leg get twisted or things like that. You fell down and things like that. Because you were more concentrated on the road that you run. So Kawai, don't look at pretty girls,
So was it how many marathons you have run with the barefoot?
Based on my record, I think it's 79 marathons.
Wow, 79. Wow. If you run, let's say 10 marathons per year, that is like close to 8 years already. You need 8 years to achieve that. So you see that how experienced is Wasing. So Wasing, how do you train? How do you train normally, and what would be the advice that you want to give when you come to training, barefoot training?
Barefoot, first of all, I found that the first thing you have to really make it a hobby that you really like to keep it on and things like that. So once you make it a mind as a hobby, you begin to enjoy it. Actually, running barefoot is to enjoy the race rather than competing so much about having to win prizes. So of course, the running barefoot a lot of advantages which CP has highlighted just now, and kind of a training is more like actually is I would say share out with your friends and how to run, because running barefoot the kind of things that you learn it's not like you know, today I run it and then that's it. I learn all the things. Even at this stage, I'm still learning what's the best way of running barefoot. So run barefoot, I would say that it's good that to try various sort of good conditions. Not the same thing you're running in the routine there. Try various places, try various sort of weather conditions, see how adaptable you are, and always like that, not too fast. You know, when you start to run, sort of you want to learn something, give yourself time to pick it up. And it doesn't mean that you run barefoot, you will avoid of injuries on the joint. Actually, you still have, you know. Sometimes you will have to maybe analyze a bit of your gait or running posture, which is a better one. So there's no really, I myself don't have a fixed rule of training or whatnot. What I have is that you just take out the shoe and just run with somebody and just keep talking, you know, when you're running.
So when you do barefoot running, what sort of challenges that the most challenging thing part of the thing that about barefoot and how do you overcome all these things?
Well, most challenging part about running is people recognize you. You go running, people will come and ask you all sorts of questions. Sometimes, like the Xiamen one I have, I got a bit of surprise. The reporter will come. Oh yeah, I thought in China there were a lot of barefoot runners, but maybe you see the grey hair fella with a barefoot, they ask questions. And they will give you a little souvenir. After the race, they even give you a bouquet of flowers. You know? I said, I'm not a winner, you know. Now, people will tend to get a bit of a surprise, and people like inquisitive, they like to find out why you run barefoot and things like that. But one thing good about barefoot, you tend to meet a lot of friends. Bound to be. And when you run along the way, and they will see people begin to say hello to you and all this, they will encourage you, you know. That, you know, oh, I've been recognized, you know, I run barefoot. Those days when I start running barefoot, people will run away from me. So I don't really follow a fixed program of running. So I would say that running barefoot is just to enjoy yourself and you will keep healthy.
So when you come to Xiamen, I was in Xiamen last year. I didn't get to flower.
It's a complaint.
Yeah. So one thing, what is your future races? Are you going to run ultra, or you just now do a lot of you know, traveling and just enjoy?
Yeah, actually I don't do ultra. I only do marathon. That's good enough. Because I like to go and holiday type kind of running. So normally after race or before race, I go and travel a bit. Yeah, of course, I like to run overseas because there are a lot of races in overseas. They give an opportunity to travel at the same time and to meet various kind of people and things like that. There are people that are very, very nice when they meet you. Like I think we have invitation like which one is it? Düsseldorf in Germany. They do actually send an invitation to you to come and run in the place there. Like Luxembourg, they send the invitation. But of course the invitation doesn't come free. You have to pay for your air ticket, you have to pay for but they pay for the entry fees and a bit of souvenir, things like that. So there are overseas runs which is also there are barefooter runners overseas as well. Quite a number like that.
Back to the injury topic. When you talk about injury, a lot of barefoot running runners, like you mentioned clearly that they think that running barefoot you have less injury or no injury. So which is probably a misconception because we do have injuries.
Yeah, we have injuries.
So apart from the injuries that you get from, let's say, all the pebbles and the thorns, what other injuries that you faced before? Nothing that protruding one.
One protruding one can actually happen sometimes, occasionally, because maybe your running posture, maybe because of your speed that you run, maybe your body condition has not seen that. I do have pain before actually at joints, like for example, at the joints here. But at the times when the pains comes in, what actually happens, of course, you have to go slow, you have to bear with the things, you know. So, but I found that normally this kind of pains, it does come, but it will disappear after some time. So you have to be patient, that's all. Not to be push yourself too hard and say that you blame yourself. But any forms of running, whether shoe or no shoe, you will have because sometimes many things that comes in due to sometimes because of you run not carefully, good condition, weather condition, your body condition, your leg condition. So many parts actually can come.
So I guess running here, the point is barefoot running is not like a cure to injuries. It's not like suddenly you got injury, you go to barefoot running, then you have no injury. So that is not the thing that you
not necessarily that,
So for all the barefoot runners alike, so what would be your one advice and one sharing that you want to share with them as a seasoned runners? What is the best things that you want to
Yeah, I found that running barefoot, one of the things that you will have to analyze yourself and to try to find out a little bit more is running posture, your gait. And one thing is that you find that running barefoot, every time that you take on a shoe, you go to the competition line, you find it very enjoying. And always the thing that you start to run the time too fast. Because the sensation of hitting the ground gives you the feeling that, wow, this is something which is you seldom experience before. You want to go more. So, but running, any form of running is that always go slow. I say, the pace, take it easy. Now I talk about running posture. Why it's important because it tends to actually give you sort of confidence and also give you kind of sometimes that injuries and all can be less and things like that. There are many talks on the running posture. Actually, you can see that from there. Actually, we can also find out a bit more. I think there are some people ask me about LPVB. That tends to focus a lot onto the YouTube and things like that. To me, LPVB is one form of develop that kind of running, but not everybody can adapt to it. I'm not sure, but the thing it may not be exactly that is the same thing that you want to follow. So I think you have to analyze a bit more, which you find that which is the best way. Because during the time when you run, especially long distance, any sort of posture that you run, you tend to actually vary times when you get tired out. I found that one of the runnings posture, one of the ways that you talk about LPVB is like you move your shoulder a little bit when you run. Your body movement also carry sort of a forward movement. So that's why I say when you run with your shoulder sort of moving a little bit, actually that will also help to move your hips like LPVB a little bit. Not necessarily you have to just move it here. So you have to move it at the top part as well, because half the weight of the body at the top here. So you run a bit gently. Here you move about. Your hips here will tend to move a little bit. I think that will help also as he make a point, because when you start to run, your weight at the bottom part is heavy as well. He's trying to say that your hamstring will carry your leg forward. So, but to run, this is only one aspect, okay? And then there are another paper say aspect when you run to save energy is how? When your body about to fall to run. That is another aspect that you talk about running. So, but how to make it body to fall? That means you have to have a kick which is high enough. You know? But of course, to kick high enough, you put in a lot of energy. How to do it? It takes a bit of time to analyze. But then the kick, of course, you have to be gentle, efficient, light. So it will. But of course, when you run, you try and see. When you run, you strain your body. When you try to run, very big strike, you can do it fast, but tired easily. So there are ways that you can find out yourself, how the best way of running, which is suits you to have a bit of a less injury. After that, I think we can demo a little bit about what I say, running posture, and more like actually like long distance run, and short distance run, the strike that you want to go for, and also that the speed that you want. So I think I have said quite a lot already. I'm not a good speaker for information.
I think thank you for watching. Let's keep watching and then. I think later on, Xiaokong will take us through a bit more of the posture as well, and also some of the drills and stuff. And then one thing, the last key takeaway is actually again try to understand your posture a bit more, analyze yourself a bit more. Yeah, there's no single right solution or single right posture for everyone, but you can find that you can find one way for one person may be different from another person. But the key thing is you need to feel running easy and efficient. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.